now I'm in Tokyo Station and I'm thinking of going to Starbucks from now to see the reason why Starbucks became one of the most popular culture in Japan. Let's go! Starbucks Coffee Japan was established in 1995. Since the opening store in the Ginza district of Tokyo, it has rapidly spread throughout the country and has reached over 1,000 stores in 2018. So I reached the Starbucks, so from now I'm going to order drinks. クリームフラペチーノのコールで。コールサイズの抹茶クリームフラペチーノ、以上でよろしいですか？はい。Starbucks became familiar with the name of Staba in Japanese word. I would describe Starbucks as not only the place to do some work, studying, or even just relaxing, but also give some kind of value. Throughout my research, I reached the conclusion that globalization and technology is the keyword that explains the success of Starbucks in Japan. So the first keyword is globalization. Globalization is the concept of diffusing the foreign investment into targeted local culture. Since Japan is a homogeneous country where people often reject the foreign culture, adapting concept of Japanese local culture allow American-originated Starbucks to be accepted into Japanese community more easily. Limited-time seasonal drinks of Japanese Starbucks would be the example of this. This follows based on the trend that Japanese people favor celebrating each for different seasons of the year, so as events. For this season, it's Goma Goma Frappuccino. The ingredient is a black, white, and gold sesame seed sprinkled on whipped cream. This has a concept of black ink and white paper of kakizome with a black sesame sauce and white milk blend. As seen in this, Japanese customer can enjoy different patterns created around the cup with the light ink-like sauce, supporting the idea that customer can enjoy Japanese culture with cold beverage while pondering over Japan's deep and meaningful New Year tradition. Starbucks have also implemented concept stores that are specifically designed to complement the atmosphere of chosen area. Let's go to Kyoto to look at the example. For example, in a historical district of Kyoto, a 100-year-old traditional house has been turned into a Starbucks coffee shop. As you pass under the Noren, a traditional Japanese garden provides a zen feel to the ground floor space. Upstairs, it provides tatami mat seating and a mix of traditional details such as traditional silk cushion made with kimono fabric from Kyoto Tango's region. Following Japanese tradition, visitors are asked to take off their shoes before settling in for a coffee. In contrast, the place where I'm staying, Starbucks Marunouchi, the area is known as a center of Japanese commercial activity. Hence, it has a modern city-like concept. The office building outlook Starbucks sell high-quality coffee being called Starbucks Reserve, which matches the demand of the elite office worker who works nearby this building and attracting customers to stay comfortably. In recent years, we have been trying to make each store unique, said Takafumi Minaguchi, CEO of Starbucks Coffee Japan. Taking two contrasting stores as an example, it is clear that Starbucks have developed store design that incorporate elements of Japanese culture depends on location. Starbucks was successfully able to provide third place for many customers between their homes and workplace.
The second key word about Japanese Starbucks is SNS society. Japanese consumers integrate Starbucks as a part of the culture. SNS, the abbreviation of social networking service, has been reached every corner of the world. These days, social interaction by SNS has become the basic of our current social structure, which allows people to display their identities. Starbucks realized the important role that SNS serves in Japan, so it integrated this into their marketing strategies. Because of Starbucks' successful marketing and brand positioning, when people talking about coffee shop chains, Starbucks stand out. Here's a comparison chart about the image of coffee companies in Japan, which includes Starbucks, Totter, and Tully's. The columns that Starbucks scored high prove that it has successfully impressed Japanese consumer by its cool, fashionable, and stylish image. Furthermore, the national feature of Japan has accelerated the movement of SNS. As you may know, Japan is featured by being a collectivism culture, where people values homogeneous It used to be an agricultural country, and the growing rice required team effort in villages to work with harmony and avoid conflicts. Indeed, groupism is a deeply rooted part of Japanese culture and still remains until the present. Back to nowadays, groupism accelerated the spreading of Starbucks' value within Japanese society. To be more specific, Starbucks provides people with the platform for emulating the same ideal portrait or lifestyle through consuming certain products. An experimental research study compares how people rate the product depending on different social groups. The result shows that cool celebrity group has higher product rating than the Uncle Hippie group, suggesting that people of relating products have better aspirational social images. That is to say, people who related themselves with Starbucks on SNS actually are sending out the message that they are as cool as other people who drink Starbucks. So in conclusion, the idea of Starbucks using brand to communicate various aspects of themselves has emerged in recent research. Meanwhile, a form of their impressional management is taking place, with consumer dealing with the conflict between their actual and ideal selves through their SNS posts. Recent research about how people manage their online identity has shown that the way where people engage with image-sharing social networking sites are linked to their self-monitoring level.
When you go to Starbucks in Roppongi, for example, you see most of the people with laptop in front of them. This peculiar thing could be linked with the development of the internet, which has emerged since 1996, when the Starbucks opened the first shop in Japan. These people could sometimes group into nomadozoku, where they often doesn't possess some specific office building, therefore has some flexibility on their lifestyle. This shows that Starbucks is not only diffusing to become a part of Japanese culture, but also suggesting a new value into a lifestyle that alters people's working style. So thank you for listening to my video. Hope you enjoy it.